Good morning, guys. It's Thursday. You guys know where I'm at. I was thinking this morning, my two most painful things that happened to me in my life were giving birth to children. Giving birth is like a pain that I can't explain because I've never felt nothing close to that type of pain, except for the second most painful thing in my life, which is my father's death. I had to go through that experience with my father because I was his caretaker. So I had to watch him die slowly, and he talked to me about a lot of personal stuff. We were very close, and it was like he was my left arm. I mean, we were really, really close, and I lost myself for a few years after his death. I went to a deep depression, but anyway, I don't want to get into that. I might start crying in front of y'all. But yeah, my father's death and giving birth to my children were the two most painful things in my life. So I told myself that after going through those experiences, I can handle anything. What comes, I can handle it now. It has made me a better person, a more patient person, and it taught me to appreciate life more. Okay, so as a parent, as a mother, children don't ask to be here. So you, as a parent, you decide to bring a child into the world, you have to understand that your life is supposed to change. Your life is no longer about you and what you want. I'm speaking to the ladies. I'm not even going to get in the subject of the men right now. I'm speaking to the women. Life should change. It doesn't always for some people, but your life should change once you give birth. It's no longer about you. It's about the child that you brought into the world. The child had no say-so in the matter. You brought the child here. You decided to do it. So it's your job to be the police, the doctor, the lawyer, the bodyguard, the taxi. What else? The confidant, the best friend, the maid. I mean, once you're a parent, you take on every occupation there is. We become all of those occupations. For real. Definitely. And what I wanted to talk about is Katherine Jackson and Evelyn Debarge. Evelyn Debarge is the mother to, Elle Debarge, the Debarge family, the big Debarge family, the singers and stuff that we know about. And, that Katherine Jackson is the mother of the Jackson 5. Michael, Tito, Jermaine, and all them folks. Janet, Rebe, all them. So, I have some things to say. I'm not judgmental, but you know that on my channel, I give my opinions on everything, okay? So I'm opinionated. So I'm going to be opinionated this morning. If you don't want to hear it, you need to just keep it moving right now. Katherine Jackson, I think the world was blessed with your talented children. I'm so thankful that I was here to grow up with your children. Okay? My question to you, Katherine, is why didn't you protect your children better? That's my question to you. I feel as though you didn't be the best parent that you could have been. Okay? I feel as though you let your husband not only abuse you, which you can do that. If you don't mind being abused, that's fine. Okay? But now, it's a whole different level when you allow your husband to abuse your children. That's a whole different level, okay? I have children, and I'll tell you this. I know that it was a different time when you were coming up, okay? Circumstances were different. But me as a mother, I wouldn't let anybody harm my children. Treat my children poorly, badly, or whatever. I'm very protective of the ones I love, especially my children. So, although I love my husband, if I felt as though he weren't treating my children the way that I thought they should be treated, with respect and like human beings, and not be abused, then me and my husband would have to part ways. Because I'm going to protect my children, okay? And I feel as though Miss Katherine Jackson didn't feel that way, because she allowed her husband to discipline her kids to the point of almost abuse. I wasn't there, but I'm just going by what I've read, what I've heard, like I always do, okay? You know, just like he would tell them to call him Joseph. I mean, I think that's fucking crazy. And then he would have sexual relations outside of your marriage, and you were still there, you know. I feel as though in today's society, the stuff that he did to your kids would be considered abuse, child abuse. Okay? Now, back then, it probably wasn't considered that. But you have, Miss Katherine, you have a mind. Okay? You know that that man wasn't treating your kids properly. You know, he was borderline abusing your kids. Okay? And I've heard people say that if it wasn't for him, that the Jackson 5 wouldn't be the Jackson 5. I don't agree. I don't think they needed to be abused to become the superstars that they were. I don't think they had to be abused to become that. Michael was going to be talented no matter what. He was born that way. He was born for that. So he was going to be Michael Jackson even without the abuse, okay? The rest of them that are less talented, I don't know. They probably would have had regular jobs, okay? But Michael was going to be Michael Jackson without the abuse. And I feel like, Katherine, you did an ass-poor job of protecting your children. An ass-poor job of protecting your children. Because at any point, you could have got your children and got the fuck out of there. You know, I would sleep on the fucking street with my children to keep them from being abused, okay? So, and then, but once they started making the money, you had money, you should have took your kids, okay? But I still feel as though everybody is being, nobody's saying it, but I'm going to say it. You did an ass-poor job, Katherine, with your children. They're all fucked up in the head, all of them. I don't know about Rebe. I think Rebe got out. I think she escaped the shit, pretty much. That's the eldest girl in the family, Rebe. I think she escaped the crazy shit, you know. And when I say escape, I mean escape. She seems to be the only one there who is somewhat sane. But the rest of your kids after her, I think they all I think they all fucking crazy. I think they all have a strong sense of self-hate, and they don't think it's beautiful to be black. They all have done had surgery to their faces. Most of them have white women or someone other than black. What else? It's so much shit with your children. You have a couple of your children have slept with the same woman and had kids with them. You got Jermaine walking around here looking like I don't know fucking what, with I don't know fucking what in his hair. I mean, Janet, I love Janet, but Janet is screwed up too. She really is. She's screwed up. All of them are screwed up. You know, for some reason they think that without surgery they're ugly. They didn't like their African features. Then you got Jackie, who was one of the finer ones. He's married to someone who's non-black, and he's kind of somewhat fucked up too. He's married some young white woman. I don't know what color she's. I know she's not black. And he's what, damn near 70, and he got 2 little damn white kids, you know. So, I mean, all your kids are fucking crazy, Katherine, and you played a part in their being crazy. You are crazy, Katherine, because you allowed Joseph Jackson to abuse your children, and you stayed with him. You allowed him to abuse you, you stayed with him. It was your choice. Like I said, our job as the mother, we carry the children in us for 9 months. So it's our job to protect them children when they come out of us. And you didn't do it. You failed. You failed. You know? I'm thankful to our ancestors that your kids are alive today and they're living their lives. But they are some fucked up in the head individuals, okay? They are. All right, on to Evelyn Debarge. I'm going to have to speed through Evelyn Debarge. She allowed her kids to be abused as well by their father. First of all, Evelyn Debarge married outside of her race. Wrong move. All right. Then you allowed this sick-ass man to molest your children, and you didn't do a motherfucking thing, and you knew that they were being molested. So, on to, I don't know if he abused you, Evelyn, probably did, but you allowed it to happen, okay? You allowed them to abuse your children. All of your kids are drug addicts. Something's wrong with them, and the oldest one who was with the group Switch, he was raping his brothers. I mean, what the hell? You knew all this was going on, and you still stayed there. Evelyn Debarge, you need your ass whipped. Really, you need your ass whipped. You allow all this abuse to take place against your kids by that Caucasian man that you married. He was a sicko, and you're just as sick for standing by his side and watching him abuse your kids. So you living in a house where your kids are being abused, you probably being abused, and then your kids turn around and just start abusing each other, raping each other and stuff like that, taking drugs and all that type of shit. And you stood there and watched it, okay? So in my opinion, you have failed as a mother. You've had these children and didn't protect them, okay? So whatever they're going through right now, later in life, look at yourself. You've participated in their abuse. Okay, guys, I gotta go. My video is running a little bit longer than what I've planned. I love you guys. Happy Thursday. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Peace. Toodles.